ओम नमो लोक सर्वत्रिकावर्ति अखंडानम। ओम नमो लोक सर्वत्रिकावर्ति सिद्धानम। ओम नमो लोक सर्वत्रिकावर्ति आर्यानम। ओम नमो लोक सर्वत्रिकावर्ति उज्जानम। ओम नमो लोक सर्वत्रिकावर्ति शरणम। ईशो पंचनमस्कारो सर्वकालपाशो मंगलानं च सर्वेशं परमं हवै मंगलम्। ओंकारं बिंदु संयुक्तं नित्यं ध्यायन्ति योगिनं कामदं मोक्षदं चैव ओंकाराय नमो नमः। नमः समय साराय स्वानुभूत्या च कास्ते स्वभावाय भावाय सर्वभावान्तरक्षिते अज्ञानतिमे अन्यानं ज्ञान अज्ञानशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। तीर्थंकरो जगतनाथ वर्तो ओंकारनाथ जिननो जयवंत वर्तो जिनना समूह शरण सौ जयवंत वर्तो नेतीर्थकार जगमा जयवंत वर्तो। नमो ए तीर्थनायक ने नमो ओंकारनाथ ने ओंकार संगर तेने नमो ते श्री कुंद कुंद अहो उपकार जिन वरनो कुंदन जन देव जिन कुंद ध्वनि है प्या अहो ते गुरु कान अहो ते भगवत मातन ध्रुव अचल ने अनुपम गति पामेल सरवन सीधन मंदी सुत केवली भाषित समय प्राव्रत हरे ओ एक सूप सदा अरूपी ज्ञान दर्शन में खरे कई अन्य ते मारू झरी परमाह मात्र नथी है जम नेत्र ते मज ज्ञान नथी कारक नथी वेदक अरे जाने जकर मोदय निरजरा बंधते मज मोक्ष ने। ओम नमः सिद्धेभ्यो ओम नमः सिद्धेभ्यो ओम श्री शुद्धात्माने नमः। Jai Jinendra. I'm very sorry that there was internet was unstable, so I was not able to come on time. So we are already 25 almost 25 minutes late. So where we are right now, let's see, share screen. Okay, so we are talking about substance, and we were just talking about what is the benefit I'm getting from knowing the substance. We went through few things last time. We'll just quickly recapitulate that one. That who am I, where I am, what is happening, why, what benefit will I get by knowing the substance? So they said that first thing. So, number one, souls are infinite in the universe. Matter particles, atomic particles are infinite times infinite in the universe. Then comes samay. Samay is the smallest possible part of a time unit. And that samay is specifically described in the literature. When we come to the samay chapter, we'll talk about it. But right now, for our understanding, blink of an eye, innumerable samay pass by. So those are the things that we have to keep in mind. And that many, so past, present, and future, infinite past, infinite future, and present, all those time units are infinite times the smallest unit of, infinite times the matter particles in the universe. And then this space point, if you take the whole universe and trans-cosmic space and trans-cosmic space, as we have seen in the cosmic space chapter, that all those areas, if we divide into smallest possible space point, which cannot be divided further into two, that smallest area is called one space point. And considering cosmic space and trans-cosmic space, they are infinite number of smallest space units are there. And then we go further. Then we go further. That attributes in a given substance is infinite times more than the number of space points in the space. So souls are infinite, matter particles are infinite times infinite, samays are third infinite, fourth infinite is a space point in the whole space, and fifth infinite is the attribute. These many attributes I'm carrying within me as a soul substance. Every soul substance has same infinite attribute. Then we can just go next is then total number of attributes in all the substances of the universe. Remember, I have an infinite attribute, but at the same time, there are infinite amount of substances in the universe. And so if we consider their attribute, then it becomes infinite number 6. Then we just said modes, paryay, modification of all the substances in the universe. They are infinite times, that's a number 7 infinite. So many things we are talking about. And then we are talking smallest indivisible part of a mode. If we take one paryay, one mode, and you take into the lab theoretical possibility and you dissect, that will show that there is the smallest indivisible part of the mode is known as avibhag pratiched, and this avibhag pratiched, the smallest possible indivisible part of a mode, is number 8th number 8th infinite. So we
Dear Tunko?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm sorry
No,
to interrupt. Can I ask a question here?
Go ahead, please.
Okay, when you were talking about the paryay, and that's the 7th type of infinity, are you counting every dravya having one paryay in one samay, or every attribute of the infinite attributes of each dravya having one paryay in one samay?
No, what we are taking, look, this bullet, let's talk to this bullet. Modes, paryay of all the substances in the universe. That means soul, matter, medium of motion, medium of rest, space and time. All these substances in the universe, if we combine together and take their modes, past, present, future modes, each substance has so many modes from past, present, and future. So now we take all the infinite substances of the universe, then that many more modes are there. So it's not only one substance mode we are talking. We are not talking about one mode of one substance at a given time, but we are talking aggregate modes, aggregate paryay of all the substances of the universe, right? Past, present, future modes of every substances, right? Are you with me?
Yeah, that part I understood, but I'm wondering if can we also count it as for each of those substances, they have infinite attributes, and each of these attributes have a paryay, and we're counting those?
Yes, those, because what happens, and it's a very valid question you have, it's very important. Substance is there, right? I'm the substance. I have infinite attributes within me, and each attribute at a given time has one mode. Now, having said that, so me as a soul substance, I have a knowledge attribute, so I have a knowledge mode. I'm the soul substance, I have faith attribute, so there's a faith mode. I'm the soul substance, I have a conduct attribute, so there is a conduct mode. I'm the soul substance, I have eternal existence attribute, so there is eternal existence mode present. So all the infinite amount of attributes within me, they make one mode at a given time. But all those modes get combined together and presented as one accumulative mode at a given time. So when I am right now, let's say I have a 10 paryays. So let's say I'm taking number 5 paryay right now, and I dissect that fifth number paryay, then there will be presence of knowledge mode presented, at faith mode presented, conduct mode presented, all the infinite attributes mode will be presented in that given mode in one samay. So it's going to be only one paryay only, but that paryay is a composite of all the attributes present in that mode. Does it make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
Right? Okay. So instead, one mode in one summary, there is only one mode only, but that mode shows the aggregate of all the attributes mode in that one mode only. So it's a complex mode representing every attribute. And now we take that one mode and further dissect, and their smallest indivisible parts are present in the mode, and they are called avibhak pratiched, and that is number 8, infinite. So think about now. Having said that, let's go to next one. Number 1 to 8 are the objects of knowledge. जो मेरी ज्ञान की पर्याय है वो सब कुछ जानती है. This one mode of a knowledge, one smallest part of the aggregate mode in a given time also has a knowledge mode present, and this knowledge mode part of this given composite mode knows everything in the universe. Remember, we just said over here, we just said avibhak pratiched. Avibhak pratiched also has a part of a knowledge mode represented in that indivisible part of that mode. And that teeny tiny smallest part of the given mode is knowledge mode, and that knowledge part of the mode knows the whole universe, past, present, future. So point Acharya Bhagavan is trying to put in front of us is these infinite modes are there in the universe for all the past, present, future time, out of which you take one mode, and out of one mode, when you take its knowledge component only, then this knowledge component knows the whole universe. Smallest teeny tiny indivisible part of the composite complex mode is having knowledge mode representation, and this knowledge mode knows the whole universe, past, present, future. Now, having said that, so.
Hey, minute, uncle. I think I got lost. Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Gnan Gun, the knowledge attribute, any paryay hai.
Yes.
And that has infinite parts called avibhak pratiched.
Yes.
And then that one avibhak pratiched knows the entire cosmos. Is that what you said, or the Gnan paryay as a whole knows the entire cosmos?
Now, with simplicity, we just use as a Gnan paryay only. But actually, it's a avibhak pratiched, one part of the avibhak pratiched of that complex composite mode. That complex composite mode represents at all the attributes within. It represents faith attribute, it represents conduct attribute, it represents astitva, eternal existence attribute. All those attributes, infinite attributes, are presented in that complex composite mode, which is one mode, and in that one, the smallest possible part is also represents knowledge attribute, and this smallest component of one component of the avibhak, one component of the complex mode, which is called one avibhak pratiched, that knows the whole universe, past, present, and future. So one, and then what we did, out of this complex composite mode, we made everything secondary. And we gave the importance to knowledge. And that's why we kept on saying knowledge mode, knowledge mode, knowledge mode, knowledge mode. But it's one of the smallest indivisible part of a complex composite mode. Does it clarify this the principle?
Yeah, I think basically the way I understood it is that um, complex mode ni avibhat pratichet mat nan gun is
Yeah.
present, and therefore
Yeah.
that avibhat pratichet can know the whole universe.
That, yeah. Now, if we give importance to Shraddha attribute, Shraddha gun, for example, then we just say this mode is a Shraddha mode. We give importance to conduct attributes and conduct attributes mode, then we can say this mode represents conduct attribute, this mode represents conduct. So it depends whom do you make it principal. Out of all the infinite attributes and their modes and everything, important thing is knowledge, and that's why we make that one as a principal. We just make everything else secondary. So when we say knowledge attribute and knowledge mode, means it's a one smallest indivisible part of a complex composite mode. But because we gave importance, so we just said Jnana ni paryay, Darshan ni paryay, Charitra ni paryay. But it depends whom we are giving importance at what time. So this is very important. In Jain principles, the importance you are giving to something and you are giving secondary importance to something else. And that does not mean that you are ignoring that one. For example, let's say I am the father, I am the son, I'm the nephew, I'm the grandson, I'm the grandfather, I'm the husband, oh, I'm the doctor, I'm the Jain. All these things are present within me at a given time. When I'm the father, I'm the son too. Now, if I'm talking from my son's perspective, then I'm the father and I take that as a principle, and everything else becomes secondary. They don't get discarded. When I say I'm father, doesn't mean I'm not a son at the time. I'm not nephew at the time. I'm not grandson at the time. I'm not. So that's what the principle that we will learn over here. Whom do we make it principle right now? So in the knowledge, in the composite mode, when infinite avibhak pratiched are there, out of which we give importance to knowledge. So then we say, this is knowledge mode, this is knowledge mode, this is Gnan Parya, right? So that should clarify the idea about whom do we give the importance and whom do we give secondary importance. Primary importance and secondary importance, right? Okay, so that this type, the one mode, this fact, in fact, this one mode of pure form of knowledge has capacity to know even if the infinite universes are present. There is one universe only. But even there are infinite universes were there, this smallest part of the avibhak pratiched of a given mode will know all the infinite universes of the universes also. It has that much capacity. So now this one mode we talked about, then Acharya Bhagavan says the infinite modes are present in the latent form within me. Past, present, future, infinite modes are present within me, and this type of infinite knowledge modes are present within my knowledge attribute now, and I as a soul substance has an infinite such attribute like knowledge attribute within me. Think about it now. How much grandeur I have it. I'm the owner of all these attributes. So I have a super grandeur sitting within me. And that's why I should just look within, and that should make me feel absolutely happy. It should give me super sensuous bliss. So this gives me a feeling of grandeur about me as a soul substance. So this is a very first principle, this very first benefit we get it by knowing the soul substance. That it gives me grandeur about my own. It gives me happiness knowing that I'm the complete, I'm the absolute. I have no deficit within me at all. That kind of a feeling I get it. Now, um, second principle, a second benefit we get is from knowing all this soul substance and everything. Importance of substance, if we understand, importance of substance in general, but I don't worry about the matter particles and medium of motion, medium of rest, space and time. They are secondary when I'm talking the soul substance. So when I am knowing about the soul substance, and when I knew the grandeur of this soul substance, that I'm full of this infinite attributes, and each attribute has a infinite modes and everything, all those things that we talked in previous slide, that I have that much amount of capacity sitting within me. I'm absolutely complete. I don't have any impurity or incompleteness within me. Knowing that one, what will I do now? Will I look at somebody else, or will I look at my own things? Will I enjoy my own thing, or will I just go and try to see what does somebody else has it? What does Hamel has it? What does why should I worry about what they have? They have exact same thing like what I have it. So I don't have to worry. I have to just look within. When I look within to my soul substance, which is eternal in nature, which was never created, which will never be destroyed. It's an inert form, innate form, all-knowing soul substance. When I keep attention, when I draw my attention to that soul substance, remember we are in the chapter of substance only right now. This is a very basic first step we are taking, knowing substance. Then we have to know the attribute, then we have to know the modes, then we have to know the utpat, vyay, dhruv, all those things. But just knowing substance only, by bringing attention to my soul substance, then my attention from the other associations are taken away. I have a one aim only, which is complete, which is perfect. Why should I worry about anything else? Yes, Hammer, it can give earthquake when the exam becomes over. I mean, Hamel had an exam going on and he was extremely busy. He cannot see anything. He cannot perceive anything else. He has to take that exam of his professional licensing exam. That was his concern. He did not care whether it was rain or shine or Sunday or Saturday or whatever happened. Constant one aim, my exam. Same way here. I have to put attention to my own soul substance, and then attention from other things are automatically go on away. What are those associations that I'm just taking it away? As one ends up knowing the nature of the substance and its eternal characteristics, then he ends up taking his attention away from other associative things and concentrates on nature of the eternal soul substance, right? Yes, that's what we say. Now what? He gives up his interest from other associated things and concentrates on the true nature. How? Well, now I don't worry about outside different entities. Universe is there, buildings are there, matter particles are there, planes are there, houses are there, my family is there, my business is there, my car is there. So my attention is away from these substances. Means they are there, but my attention is drawn to my eternal soul substance. So this becomes, even though they are present, they become secondary, way secondary in my understanding. Then Now I have the eyes, ears, those types of gross physical form of bodies. My physical body, I'm the good looking, I'm ugly looking, I'm tall, I'm short, I'm bald, I have pitch dark black hair. All those things become secondary, even though they are present. But they are secondary in nature for me because I don't have interest on them, because my attention is now drawn to my eternal soul substance, which is full of infinite amount of potentials within. Then I also have association of the electric and Karman bodies. Tejas Vargana and Karman Vargana means with my soul in the same space point of the soul, there is a Tejas body, electric body, and there is also Karman body. The Karman particles are there. Karma particles are there. But they are also secondary for me because I'm not part of it. So then, collection of spoken words in mind with their matter particles. I'm speaking the words, I'm thinking about things and everything, but they are also matter particles. So they are also away from me. They are separate from me, even though they are part of me, but they are to be made secondary in nature for me because my primary attention is to my eternal soul substance. So those are the things that my attention is taken away from them. Now I'm coming within my own soul, and I have the auspicious, inauspicious type of altered inclinations are there. Pap, punyana, bhav, maramashe. All these auspicious, inauspicious inclinations which are present within me, but they're transient in nature. The transient in nature. So when this transience is there, and I'm the eternal soul. So in compared to eternity, this transiency has no value, even though they are within me. Then comes pure and impure modes. Suddha, Ashuddha Paryay. Suddha, Ashuddha Paryay, they are also part of me, but they are transient in nature. They remain for one samay only. They are originated and they get disintegrated. Anything disintegrates is not my true nature, because I'm the eternal pure thing which was never created, never be destroyed. Then comes reflective thoughts about the nature of partial point of view of divisions, thought about knowledge. But now Acharya Bhagavan takes you deeper inside, so deep inside, and he says, now let's say I'm starting doing meditation. When I'm doing meditative phase, then I'm thinking about different things. I'm thinking about I'm the knowledge, હું જ્ઞાન છું, હું દર્શન છું, હું ચારિત્ર છું, હું અસ્તિત્વ છું, હું વસ્તુ. All those reflective thoughts about the indivisible nature of the soul, and I make them in division. For example, knowledge, perception, all those attributes are present in the form of indivisibility, and I make them as a division. And so that's called reflective thought. And that is also not my true nature. Then comes reflective thoughts about indivisibility of the soul substance. Now I'm just doing meditation and I just say, I'm the pure soul. I'm the pure soul. હું જ્ઞાયક છું, હું જ્ઞાયક છું. So I'm talking about my soul substance only, but that also in the form of thought process, in the form of reflective thought process, in the form of vikalp. And whenever there is vikalp, there is no nirvikalpta. Vikalp is reflective thoughts, nirvikalpta is experiencing phase. So reflective thought does not have experiencing phase. And experiencing process does not have reflective thought. So these reflective thoughts are also not my true nature. Then reflective thoughts about partial point of view about divisibility and indivisibility of the soul substance means I have the knowledge attribute, I have the conduct attribute, I have the faith attribute. That's a divisibility of thoughts. And then I'm the eternal soul substance. That becomes indivisibility thoughts. And that is a thought process also. And that's why that is not my process. That's not my nature. Samaisar, 143 stanza. In that, after that 143 stanza, 142 stanza, Amrit Chandracharya wrote 20 kalash, 20 stanza of his own, and in which thing he says all these reflective thoughts of divisible or indivisible thought, even though they are, because they are reflective thoughts, they are not my nature. My nature is getting engrossed within my true nature, to understand the soul substance and to get engrossed within, to experience that one, and that will be the one that is important. So by doing all these things, I am going away from all these associated things and divisible things, and I just get I look at my indivisible eternal soul substance, and then I get engrossed within that. That is the most take home point that we have to learn about it. And that's a thing that is explaining to us that simply knowing soul substance, simply knowing the substance, that this is a soul substance, and by knowing that, I have taken away attention from all other things. Remember, this is very first step. We have it, and in that thing, we come to conclusion to all these important points. And these are the same thing we'll be repeating again and again and again and again in the future, to understand what is the real nature of the soul. That Okay. So this is my second benefit I understood by knowing the soul substance. What's the benefit number 3? There are quite a few benefits we talk about. So we'll just say benefit number 3. What is it? So collection of attribute is known as soul, as a substance. What benefit do I get by knowing this fact? Okay, so what a big deal. I mean, a collection of attribute is substance. So what? What should I know about it? One ends up knowing that by taking refuge in this eternal true nature of the self, I'll be able to acquire enlightenment, and I'll further myself to liberation state. How does all this thing happen? Because I have known the soul substance. Soul substance, eternal in nature, unique in nature, indivisible in nature. And because of those properties, I look at the soul substance. And when I look at it, when I draw attention to that, when I have nothing else but only attention to the soul substance only, means everything else in the previous slide, what we talked, they become secondary in nature for me. And concentrating on the soul substance, then the resultant modes coming out will be pure in nature. To start with, it will be partial purity of the mode, and then it will improve gradually. The purity will improve, and ultimately it will become a completely pure mode, and that is called liberation state. So enlightenment in a partial purity, and liberation state is complete purity, and all those things will happen to me when I am looking at the soul substance. So these are the important benefits we get by having simple, very first step is what is a substance. So these are the things that we are learning. So and now he removes his attention from all the alien attachment of the world and draws it to the eternal soul substance. And this is my more important benefit I'm getting it. So these are the benefits we learned so far. And before we go to the next one, we probably will, this leads to right faith and ultimately to liberation. So that's we already talked about it. So these are the benefit that we are getting from knowing soul substance. There are a lot more things that will continue next week or so. And if there's any question, then we can entertain those questions right now.
Yeah, Kirtango, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, just bear with me. It's kind of a theoretical question, but maybe there's some practical value. So my question is, in Alokakash, there is no Pudgal Dravya in Alokakash, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, so what if there was hypothetically a soul substance in Alokakash? Now then, now there cannot be any nimitic saman. Does that soul substance automatically stay in Swabha?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just had to ask
No,
that.
no, I understand. I understand your question. What you are saying that suppose the soul substance was there in the transcosmic space, what will happen? Remember, the cosmic space, the name cosmos is given because all the six substances reside in this cosmic space only. Now, your question is what kind of nimit any soul substance will get theoretically if that soul was in the alokakash? That's a question you have it. Number one, it won't be there. Because it is not possible, because it's a fact, and fact is a fact. Why sun rises every day morning? It's a fact. There's no reason for that. So here it doesn't happen. But remember let's talk about Siddha Bhagwan right now. Siddha Bhagwan remaining in the universe, remaining in the cosmic space at the top of the universe, and in the same space point the infinite amount of nego Jews are also living there. Now, at the same time, in the same space point, there are infinite amount of Pudgal particles are also there. Does the soul get attached to those things? This is the Bhagavan we are talking. Does he get attached to those things? No, because once you have complete purity within, there is no need for any of the nimit or anything. There is no need for any instrumental cause to be present, because you are engrossed within yourself. When I'm not engrossed within myself, then I have dependency on the other substances of the universe. But I'm the soul substance, I'm the attributes, and I have the modes. My mode, when it gets directed to my soul substance, eternal soul substance, then purity occurs. There is no need for any karma, no need for anything else. So all those secondary things, they are secondary. There is no need for anything else at all. So theoretical possibility of what you are saying to me, that if a soul, for example, was in a transcosmic space, but as long as soul keeps attitude of directing attention to the soul substance, then purity is there all the time. So, and it's also other possibility. Let's say that I'm the most quiet place in the earth. I'm away from the hustle and bustle of the city and all kind of things. But if I keep on thinking about all the good and bad things, what I had it in the past, or I should be having it in the future, then I'm going to bind my karma and everything. So by staying in an isolated place doesn't mean anything. Staying within the crowded thing doesn't mean anything. As long as you put your attention to your eternal pure soul, then there is nothing else can bother you, nothing else can prevent you, nothing else can obstruct your samyak darshan or liberation. Right? Any other questions?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, and I'm very sorry that today internet was unstable and all kind of thing. Hopefully it won't happen next time, and I'm sorry for that. And we'll stop over here. Okay.
Charitanka,
Yeah, go ahead.
I made a mistake. I joined the meeting late. Will you be sending out a link
Yeah,
tomorrow?
but we started also very late, because it was only 25 minutes passed by, and then we started because my internet was very unstable here.
Mhm.
Some people had to help me out. So no, you did not miss anything, practically.
But
Okay.
will there be a link that you will send out?
Yeah. I'll send it out as usual. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't know in India if you were sending it out or not.
No. I'm sending it. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we'll do the closing. Javani ke gyan se suje lokalok, sovani mastak namo sada detu hundo. Noba namo ka mantra. Jai Jinendra, thank you.
Indra.
Jai Jinendra.
Jai Janendra, thank you.
Jai Jinendra, bye. Thank you.